One thing while you're talking there, when we write, we need to have a person in mind. And while we're doing this podcast, I have a person. I actually doesn't have a name, but I have an image of a person. And this is a guy, and he's driving around and he's listening to this, and he's going, yeah, right. I'm going to blog. Yeah, right. When am I going to do that? Christmas Day, that's my only day off. So I think,
right.
I think we need to reemphasize the advantages a little bit.
Yeah. Well, there's one we actually haven't even touched on, Martin. The one, like, how many times have you texted a link to an article to a client?
Oh, I mean, countless. I have no idea, but a lot.
Yeah. And there's so many things, we call it sales enablement, which is just a fancy term for helping the sales process or even the customer service process. But if you have an article, it becomes so much easier to communicate with a customer. Yes. And it also makes the communication seem really legit. Like if someone asks you a question and you just respond via text, it's different when you say, oh, here's the answer versus, yeah, we absolutely can help with that. Or we actually have a great process for that. Here's an entire article on it. It's like, oh, wow, that's like rigid and solidified and legit. And that's more trusting because it's like, you're willing to publish this on the internet. It's something everybody reads. It's something that's set in stone. And then it also saves you so much time where you don't have to type out this long-winded response to somebody. You're able to just give them this article. I just had that the other day where I was able to send over 3 case studies to somebody who was interested in working with us. And I was able to send over 3 case studies that addressed exactly what they're, looking for. So that's the benefit of having that content in your arsenal, as well as just using it as that sales enablement tool or that customer service tool to answer questions and to give confidence.
Right. Yeah. And it shows if you've got some articles on the subject they just happen to bring up, it shows that you're a pro, you've been around a while, you've given it some thought, you've ordered your thoughts and put it in that article. It shows it enables trust. I mean, it's a step in that direction. It's just like today, very few of them, but I have had some circumstances in the last year where I was looking for a contractor and heard about somebody that didn't have a website. Now that doesn't automatically mean you're no good, but it also is like, really? Am I going to buy because you have a website? Probably not. Am I going to not buy because you don't have a website? Probably. It's one of those AT&T Yellow Pages, Yelp things where they're listed and you can't ever find a website for them. And, oh yeah, I don't have one. Okay. Well, maybe they've been around long enough and enough repeat customers, they don't need one. But so blogging is a little bit that way. It's a step above what's your competition. And of course, as we've said, I think many times, if you want to charge a higher price, you need to give them a reason other than price to buy from you. And this is where it starts. One of the places it starts.